do anything Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Got a lot of treatment yesterday, so Warren said he was good to go.
I don't know if Herman mentioned, I'm helping out with the writers that I supervise, do a story about the Spurs.
Oh, okay.
When Popovich spent that year with you in Kansas, what did you see in him that convinced you that you wanted him on your staff when you got to San Antonio?
I mean, I know Pop long before that. I mean, I knew him when he was at the academy. He played for Bob Spear. Coach Smith coached under Bob Spear, you know, and I was close to Hank. And he was an assistant with Hank, so you know, we had a long relationship. I knew he was going to be a great coach.
Why specifically?
It's because of the people he played for and the respect they had for him, and you know, the respect he has for the game, and how, you know, how much he wanted to do well, and you know, he always prepared, a real hard worker. Has this rare ability to get on guys, and yet they know he's trying to coach them and get them better. So, you know, but I always felt if I ever had an opportunity, I was going to hire him. You know, I didn't know that we could go from Pomona Pizza to the Spurs. But
typical career path.
yeah, that's what I thought. Division III. We gave him. We played him, and he made more in the guarantee than his budget. You know, so, but he has such a great background and a great feel and a thirst for knowledge and a willingness to, you know, listen and learn.
You brought in R.C. Buford on that same staff?
Oh no, he was there.
Oh, okay.
He was with me my first year. He was a GA my first year at Kansas. And he stayed with me. Then I brought him to the Spurs. Then he went with me to the Clippers. Then he went with Florida for a year.
What did you like about him when you brought him on for the first time?
Nothing. I didn't like anything about him.
It's a good place to start.
He was, no, you know, RC was just a young kid that wanted to get involved in basketball. He had a great family, and you know, he had a will to learn. You know, he played. You know, he was at Oklahoma State and A&M. He had a pretty darn good background. But I inherited him. You know, I inherited him, and then Calipari, Billy Bano, John Robic. They were all with me, so it was really a neat thing to have all these young kids that wanted to coach and wanted to get better.
In a market like San Antonio, do you have to approach building your roster differently than, say, in Detroit or Philadelphia, in a larger market that might be more attractive to free agents?
I don't know. You know, once they got Timmy, and then once they had David, you know, those kind of guys are going to bring players. But you know, they made some unbelievable, great decisions in picking up Ginobili in the second round and Tony in the late first round. You know, then they pick an Avery Johnson or a Bruce Bowen. You know, they pencil certain guys in. But once you have two superstars like David and Tim and the kind of people they are, and then you realize, you know, what Pop's about, and they were, you know, I think you have a chance, but they took it to another level because the way they treat people. You know, I don't think anybody in the league, you know, treats their players any better than they do. I think they do everything in such a first-class way. The way Poppy treats his players and his coaching staff and everybody connected with the organization is nobody's like that. I mean,
what's an example of that makes them so much different?
Well, I sent an intern there, and they hired him. You know, and he was included in everything. I mean, they're just starts at the top. You know, they got a great owner, but it starts with Pop. You know, and how he treats people and how much respect he has for the players and the people that work for him. From every part of their organization, they're all the same. So, and then when you got a superstar like David, then you get a superstar like Tim, so humble and selfless. It's just, that's the way it should be.
Are you surprised that Pop has stayed at it for so long in the same position in one place?
Why would he leave? I mean, you got, you know, he starts out with David and Sean and an unbelievable group, and they develop a relationship. They get, you know, Parker and Ginobili, and, you know, Tim is somebody that embraced everything that the Spurs stand for, and he's the best coach. You got the best coach, the best player, the best organization.
Sometimes coaches do move around.
Absolutely, but again, you know, you look at, you know, what they have and what they built, and, you know, the connection between, you know, Pop and Tim. You know, I think every year Tim's been there, they've been in the playoffs or won 50 games.
Well, you got the 50 business started down there, right?
Pardon me?
You got the 50 win business